on the shores of Ibiza, where the beats collide. Fish are dropping fire, taking us for a ride. Emerging markets, nothing on the rise. Meta Pool's the fuel, when the future lies. Tech house Ibiza, we're dancing with glee. The fake is shaping the new world we see. Near and ethereal, together we unite. Liquid foundations taking the future to new heights. Tech house Ibiza, we're dancing with glee. Liquid stake and shaping the new world we see. Near and ethereal, together we unite. Liquid foundations taking the future to new heights. Q blockchain, Solana, they join the fray. And PDL's governance paving the way. Throw the coffees, share with the crew. Supporting the
Hello, everybody. So we're back. Governance call number 17. Lucius should be joining us in a few more minutes. Most of all, thank you very much, everybody, for taking the time today to join us. It's been quite a ride, to be honest. And we got a lot of stuff to share today, and more importantly, start to get your feedback as well, right? We believe that it's important for the Meta Pool community to get together once a month, right? And let your voices be heard as well, right? So this is an open platform. The chat is right there for people that are on our Discord, on our Telegram. Go right ahead. Feel free to join us in the different channels, the governance channel, most importantly. If you chat on general, that's fine, but just take into account that all conversations are happening on the governance channel over on our Discord. For those of you that do not, it's the first time participating, welcome. So welcome to the Meta Pool DAO. Meta Pool, as you know, it's a liquid staking platform. We were born and raised on the Near Protocol blockchain. Since 2023, we started going multi-chain, supporting EVM and non-EVM chains. Most importantly, Ethereum, and then Aurora. Now we are on other blockchains such as Solana, ICP, and we have a few others coming up the ranks. So might drop some alpha today, might not. Just be ready for it. But anyhow, so I think it's important for everybody to just do a little bit of housekeeping. Please be civil, right, on the chat. Everything is being recorded right now, so just take into account that trying to make this a safe space for people to just share what they have on their minds. So thank you very much, Maximiliano, Luz, Herimax, always a pleasure. Mateo, all the way from, I think it's Europe still, or maybe Vietnam. We never know with Mateo. Sky Empire, glad to see you here. Augusto, John, and we got the non-life taker. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. It's being broadcast live over in LinkedIn and also X and YouTube. So we got all our channels there. Okay, without further ado, let me see if I can share my screen, share a tab, and then, okay, let's try to see if this is gonna work. There you go. So we're ready to roll. So governance call number 7. Hopefully, Lucius, you will join in a few more minutes. If not, then I'm gonna solo this one. But anyhow, so my name is Claudio. I'm the co-founder of Meta Pool. We're a liquid staking platform, a multi-chain liquid staking platform, which allows anybody to stake or delegate their proof of stake tokens, non-EVM being Solana, ICP, and Near, EVM, Ethereum mainnet, which is on the Optimism stack as well, Linea um, and Optimism. Then, of course, we have Q blockchain, we have Aurora, and there's a few Story Protocol, which we recently launched, is an EVM compatible platform, blockchain, sorry, and yeah, like really exciting. Of course, we have our own governance token. It's called MPDAO. But anyhow, without further ado, let's go through the numbers here. So we got two important, four important topics today, right? So as you know, and there you see kind of the emoji from, well, the mascot from Story Protocol. So really exciting times at Staking Summit. Thank you very much, everybody, for the love that you gave us and the praise that you give us for both the Lucio's talk, his panel, and I will go into the details, and my keynote as well. And then we also participate in a workshop with DAppNode and OpenMesh. So for us, it's important just to be aware that we are working towards supporting other blockchains. We got right now on the pipeline is around 4 new blockchains. We still are pending on the ETA for them to be on mainnet, but let's just yeah, it's going to be really interesting next few months here. So we still got 7 months to go. Anyhow, so let's get this rolling. So Staking Summit, we saw Mr. Pool there um, go and engage with Ilya. We sponsored it, and we got more than 1,000 attendees, right? The panel discussion that Lucio was emceeing was really good. We got telcos from Vodafone, Deutsche Telekom. We also got Saudi Telecom, and we got them all together to discuss why we're excited to build on Near and what's the future ahead for this big telcos. We did a workshop. The workshop was around our Node Studio platform, which we'll be discussing later on. I did a keynote, which was the impact staking frontier markets, where we discussed about everything that happened during these 2 years that we've been on mainnet with our multi-chain governance. We took the opportunity to fly in some of our ambassadors. So a shout out to Max and Jem coming in from Indonesia and Vietnam. They were running the booth. Also, Tiago, who is leading our marketing and BD efforts over in Brazil as well. So, like I said, we had a full blown agenda. It was quite a success, and we will be replicating this in November in Buenos Aires, which is our hometown. So, like I said, really excited about this. We got some great activations there, a few contents that is pending to be launched. Near Foundation did a great interview. Jared from Shardog did a great interview. We sat down and had a good discussion with him. So now MPDAO grants 12 recipients, right? So we have 3 projects that are going to build on top of the Story Protocol blockchain. Are going to be supporting our LST staked IP or STIP, not to be confused with staked ICP, which is our other liquid staking platform on the Internet Computer. So anyhow, congratulations to all of them. Some of these projects, and I do want to be like at least be transparent about this. Some of these projects were put in place by some of our team members as well. We just want to be clear that at the end of the day, it was DAO governance that decided. Personally, I didn't participate with voting power there. I knew there were a few of you that were asking that I participated, but I didn't. Most of all, it was just I was quite focused right now what we needed to do for Staking Summit, but also just to stay a little bit not to influence this voting. Right, it was all community run. And so, very important, if you go to that QR code, you will see the results of voting. And so there you can see who voted to whom. So all transparent, all on chain. and a lot of transparency there. But more importantly, we're excited to support these three builders, these three projects, right? Story is a big partner for us, and so definitely we want to start to push these story builders to, well, give them more support for them to build on top of this very exciting blockchain. If you have any questions, please do feel free to put them there in the Telegram group. Francisco's on top of and our team is on top of what has been being written on Discord as well. We will bring those questions up. But anyhow, please feel free to do so. So anyhow, there you see they posted the link to the keynote that I did about the launch of Node Studio. But we will be discussing that. I believe in the next slide. Yep, there you go. So this is very important. So we launched Node Studio. It is still early beta. I just got some feedback from some team members from Near Protocol, and there still seems to be some how can I say, some issues there signing up with, like, for example, with Hot Wallet and a couple of the others. Mm, we will be working to rinse all the rough edges, but right now it's working with Meter Wallet, so we suggest that you use that one. So one important thing about what we're doing right now with Node Studio is that we're allowing further decentralization for the Near Protocol blockchain. So right now we're only supporting Near Protocol. Further down the road, we will support other blockchains. At this moment in time, we're just allowing people to run a Near node with just 3 clicks. You can select either cloud or bare metal setup, which is really important depending on your requirements. Now, how a very important part of running a node is that you will need the seed price, or the seed, or seeding the node, as they call it. What's this? It's around 25,000 near, which right now with the current um, I think Bitcoin just reached 100K, right? Let me just double check. And also, please bear with us. This is not to be considered financial advice. Do your own research. And yeah, so we got well, everything is up into the right, folks. So this is, I don't know what the hell this is, but it's pretty crazy, to be honest. But anyhow, so hopefully everybody got their fair share of ST near, and they didn't sell it and they hold it. Congrats to those that have diamond hands. Um, so anyhow, so for us right now, um, the seat price, of course, is gonna let it go up a little bit. I think right now it's around $55,000. Um, Now, very important. This is something that we're gonna be spearheading. Right now, our commitment and our partnership with Near Foundation is to onboard around 200 validator nodes. This is including the professional node operator program and the Node Studio program as well. We're launching this initiative, which is going to call Validators League, and we are kind of putting game dynamics into people participating and running a node. So an important factor here is that you will have to pay for the node. The good news here is that it's less than $27 per month. Now, understand that this is kind of like an initial pricing. It might go up more so or less, yes, right? Right now we're kind of subsidizing a little bit of the costs, but just bear in mind that it's not going to go up to $100, right? Because the idea here is that we keep it for a price point of less than $50 per month. You can run on your node. That's the idea. That's the end goal. We've achieved it, but right now it's heavily subsidized. Okay, so just bear in mind with us. Bear in mind that that's the situation. Now, very important, if you are selected to participate in the Validators League, we will share more information as soon as we have all the necessary um, requirements from your foundation to launch this initiative. The DAO is going to subsidize that 25,000 year that you need. We have some great allies for this, like Vodafone, Deutsche Telekom, Saudi Telecom as well. There's a few others pending to be announced. Entity Data right now, we got a hackathon going on in 2 weeks' time. Well, actually next week, over in Lima. So really excited about that. But anyhow, Node Studio is there. Please do check it out. If you have any questions, please shoot us a message on Discord. Open up a ticket. We will be glad to help you onboard you into this initiative. But yeah, just fill out the form and let's get running to this. Now, a very important one for those that are in from the story ecosystem. We launched the IP staked IP pool on Story Hunt. So with good yield there, it's around, again, this is not to be considered financial advice, but it's 169% APR. So this is paid daily in IP. So just it's an opportunity for people to really leverage our LST over in the Story protocol blockchain. Um, so I think this is something that is going to be quite interesting for people to engage with. We got a great partner with Story Hunt. We're running campaigns, and so definitely have a look into it and see if this is something that might be interesting for you or your fellow IP enthusiasts. Now, so there's a couple of questions I'm going to go through. So just bear in mind, bear with me on this one. I think an important part here is that we allow everybody to more so than anything share your concerns with us, right? I know there's stuff around governance. We will be pushing towards the Meta Pool improvement proposals, right? There's a few there that some community members have voiced their interest in pursuing, and so please do share with us your 2 cents on it. I think the most important thing for us right now is that we keep an open conversation, right? Into what do you think is um, what initiatives you feel we haven't pursued enough, or maybe some we've done from your perspective not a good job. So definitely, so definitely that's something that we wanna move forward on. I'm gonna address some questions that came up on Twitter the other day. Um, and but to be honest, I do um, everything that we've done over at the Meta Pool DAO has been pretty transparent. Voting on the Meta Pool improvement proposals, this open discussions, right? We do not engage too much on X, to be honest, because this is for what we know. We don't know if that's a real person behind it, or if it's a bot or who, right? I think those are important questions that have kind of already been addressed. And this is, I was hoping that Lucio was gonna come so we can have a better conversation here. But I'm gonna solo this one. Um, so let me just get this grants. Hopefully, we're gonna get the distribution for it. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I think we're not. This is not been. Yeah, I think we've. Yeah, we this is hasn't been implemented here. We kind of were and this is something we need to talk with the dev team. Just how can we surface um the votes from our governance. Yeah, we're making some changes here, so apologies for that. Um, but you have my commitment for us to publish how governance has been done. Hey, Lucio, how you doing, man?
Hey Claudio, hey people, sorry to be a little late.
Yeah, no worries, man. I know you're a little bit you caught some
Yeah,
weird bus from Dubai,
under the
so
weather, is that the expression? Yeah, something like that.
yeah. That's yes, it's sometimes you can't avoid it, right? When you do conferences. But anyhow, so I think this is something, Lucio. Somebody was, I think during the tweets, somebody made some tweets about us, and then somebody from X, right? And a little bit not random person, I will say, but just a random question, or how can I say? He was voicing his opinion that 90% of our governance tokens are controlled by one person, which is, to be honest, bullshit, right? I'm gonna be totally like upfront there, like it's total bullshit. And the thing about X is that if you engage there, it's just feeding the bear, right? That's why we have, and this is something that I was gonna call him out, right, and say, hey, you want to voice your opinion? X is a platform where you express whatever, right? But here is where we do governance. That's why it's a governance call, right? Um, we will address the concern from this person, robot, whatever. Um, but right now, it's like kind of impossible for one person to control 90% of the governance tokens, right? Um, there is a good amount of NPDAO tokens held by the Meta Pool DAO treasury, and so that's something, but it's less than 45%, I reckon, or 30 something percent. Um, we don't have right now that information to share. You can review it on chain, right? The contract. What's the meta dash pool dot near? Is that no meta dash pool dot DAO, right? I think it is. Which one is the smart contract, Lucio?
Having the treasury.
Yeah,
Let me check. Let me
yeah. And so
confirm. Wait a minute.
everything's on chain, right?
Yeah. Yeah, to be
And
honest, the most, let's say, conflictive decision was the last 10 pips. So if you want to check how the waters divide, just check the voting on the last 10 pip. That was a little, let's say, everybody participated, and everybody participated with most of
with
their
all their
voting
voting
power.
power,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's a good idea of let's say who can. No, yes,
Yeah, who's making decisions in the DAO, right?
exactly, exactly.
Important thing here, right? And I'm addressing the elephant in the room, right? Yes, between Lucio and myself, we do have quite a bit of chunk of MP DAO. We try to be pretty transparent on just how we are. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much, Francisco. I knew we had it somewhere, mate. It's just to be honest, I was not. Yeah, this is not something that I review daily. But yeah, we can go ahead and oh, there you go. Yeah. So in that link that you see there, you can see the protocol fees and communication, the MP DAO grants reserve. You have a couple of you have a couple of contracts there. Um, so it's pretty open, to be honest. But still, I do hear your I understand voicing those concerns, right? Although they're an uninformed opinion, right? I'm gonna which, to be honest, is just something that it's not real. Anyhow, okay, let's get that up off the conversation there. Um, Francisco, can you bring us up, because everybody's seeing FAQ and they're seeing us right on the corner, right? And I reckon this is kind of like FAQ. Um, I'll stop sharing, and then maybe that'll. No, I think it's the same thing. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. So anyhow, Node Studio. So it operates worldwide. You have once you're doing the selection of the node, you have a drop down to select the region where it will be running. So yeah, it's pretty well done integration between OpenMesh and us. To be honest, it's just not to give us too much of a praise, but I do have to give a shout out to our development team. Right, they did a fucking kick-ass job getting this up and running in production before staking summit, right? And also to OpenMesh, right? A shout out to them as well. They did a tremendous job at having the tech needed in order for us to deliver this one. Now we have a few things here that were not part of the agenda. I don't see any questions here. Do you have any other question? If not, then I'll start dropping some alphas here. So we're working really close with the Binance wallet. So you will see that integration coming up. Sorry that we didn't have any time to put in the roadmap for next quarter for Q3. But Binance wallet, we're going to do that integration. We're working really closely with them in order for us to integrate more better with them. You're gonna when you're in the Binance wallet, if you select staking, we will be one of the kind of options there to select. So really excited about that. We had a good conversation with OKX as well, with the OKX wallet team. So we started working with them late last year for a kind of like a near campaign that we're going to be doing. At the end of the day, it kind of fell through. I don't know why. To be honest, we integrated, and I think it's still there. It's one of the options for you to log in or use Meta Pool. But we're going to be working right now also with OKX Wallet. Hopefully, some campaigns are going to be kickstarting, and so those are things that are we're doing right now. Another important one, and this is regarding Node Studio. Yes, so we will be sharing more information around that later on, Francisco. Right now we have the forum. Maybe we can share that link here as well so people can sign up. We will be very, very thoughtful on who we engage running a near node, because as I said, the DAO will be supporting with the seed funding for it, or the seed funding, in order for you to have like the seat on the validator set. And it's not it's a good chunk of delegation, right? Which is 25,000 near. So for those of you that are keen, and why we're doing Node Studio, right? It totally occurred to us, right? We're pushing people to go at stake, right, and run a and engage with our liquid staking token, and it kind of plateaued, right? It kind of felt like we were not. Don't get me wrong, right? Let me share my screen a little bit. And this is something that we need to be proud of as well as an ecosystem and as a community. Give me 1 minute here. So I think this is, for me, this is kind of like one of the most important ones, right? So we have in last 30 days, and then we can do like the last 90 days, right? So let me do 6 months then. So it hasn't, so it's 6 months, right? And this thing hasn't faltered a bit. It's been going up and to the right ever since we kind of got started. I don't know if it's maybe 2 years. There you go. 2 years ago, right? There's been a little bit of outages on our on our dashboard, but it's going up and to the right. It's not going parabolic, right? But still, we're accruing more and more wallets, more and more users every day, and I think that's something we should be proud of. One of the important things here is that we're onboarding more people into Web3. Okay, so we got another question there for sure. Let me go. So yes, so we are looking into that. To Binance, Bybit, OKX. Well, yeah, those are big names, right? And will require for us to do a little bit of the heavy lifting first, and then list on one of them, right? One of the few things that we need to get done is one. In this, I need to like own this, right? Is we are missing a lot of information in CoinMarketCap and in CoinGecko. That's reality. Why? Basically, us focusing more on product than really on getting more information from our governance token. We haven't done a good job at building this relationship with CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, they have a lot of rotations inside, and sometimes it's a little bit weird that you're talking to somebody and then you talk to a new buddy, new person, right? We will get our shit together here. That's a reality. And so for us, the most important part here is that we align for us to be successful on a listing. And one is a good hygiene on the analytics or the information, the metrics that are being displayed in CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. First and foremost, we need to get that done. Even DeFi Llama, right, there's missing pieces there. And so we need to get our shit together there. That's reality. We haven't done it. We haven't done a good job. That's totally on me, not even on Lucio. We were focusing on delivering a product. I think we right now have that. We have commitment from your foundation to support No Studio. That again, right, is what's keeping the lights running. And so at the end of the day, you have to focus as a founder, you focus on two things. One, have enough runway, and two, have the good partnerships for you to keep the ball rolling, right? Have we focused, we haven't optimized for our price action for our governance token. That's reality as well, right? That should change in the next couple of months. And so what's going to happen is we need to make our metrics clear, right? Deck screener is another one, right? We need to get everything sorted out. Our team, we're going to put our heads down into it since we don't have a lot of integrations coming up in the next few months. Then second is we need to engage with market makers. We need to engage with our own investors as well and work towards a listing, right? It's not a simple process. Important, this will come out of the DAO treasury, right? So it's also an expense, right? An expense that the DAO will have. This is not something that Lucio, myself are going to pay for, right? At the end of the day, the protocol itself needs to be sustainable. Part of this sustainability is to basically understand what's the cost for the market maker, what's the cost of listing, right? And what's the opportunity cost for it. Right now, the opportunity cost was really high. We were thinking of listing since February, I reckon. But again, it's been up and down, right? And so we need to just take baby steps into this one. So take care of your question. Yes, we should be working on that sooner rather than later. Again, anything that we said right now should not be considered financial advice. Do your own research. Crypto is risky. Please do not put more money than you can lose, right? Now, you have a couple of questions. Is there a selection process to be approved, or is it open to anyone? Yes, it is open to anyone. Cristina, you fill up the form. We'll review kind of like your socials, because there are marketing activities, community activities, and also financial activities, right? And so you're committing to bringing in at least the minimum amount of delegation for you to continue validating on the Near Protocol blockchain. So anyhow, okay. So coming back into our tokenomics, right? We need to make it a little bit of a hygiene process there. Very important. We are committing, and we committed through the Meta Pool MPIP improvement proposal to burn. It's a 25%, right? I think it was a 25%.
Yeah, 25%. 250 million.
250 million, right? So that's coming out of founders allocation and the DAO as well, right?
Correct. Part treasury, part our founders token, yes.
Exactly. We are looking to optimize doing this, right? It's not something we're going to do out of the get-go without us being strategic about it. So more information on that, when that's going to happen, how it's going to happen, right? Is it going to be tied to a decentralized exchange listing? Most definitely. So just let's look into it and try to optimize for price action for our governance token and for our own community. Yes, thank you very much, Lucas. Lucbras, 0x Lucras. Yeah, well, we've done our fair share working towards value accrual for our own ecosystem, right, in our community. is the least that we can do, right? Now, very important, further down the road, we do need to revise how we're doing distribution, what type of grants programs we do. At the end of the day, I think grants programs are not for every protocol, not for every a project, and I think that we need to really make a decision where we allocate effort, capital, and time, and then that it really there's a payback for the ecosystem, because most of the stuff that we did has not really made an impact into Meta Pool, right? That's reality. Gitcoin grants round when we first got started, it was just money that we put out there. Where the reality was they were gonna come back and stake their ETH and whatnot. Yeah, that we kind of didn't. It did the economics behind it didn't really pan out. Then we did give it as well. Um, I think it was a more labor and cost intensive partnership there, and that really didn't work for us. Don't get me wrong. This is I'm not uh, uh, throwing tantrum or complaining about Gitcoin or give it. It's just it didn't work out for us, right? There was no value being returned back into the protocol. Yes, that gave us a little bit of a warm and fuzzy feeling inside that we made an impact, that we allow people to get funding to do activities, right? It earned us a little bit of of good intentions from the ETH ecosystem, but at the end of the day, it's just were good intentions and warm fuzzy feelings when the push comes to shove doesn't reflect on chain. And don't get me wrong, we're all about giving as much as we can to the ecosystem, but also bear in mind of yeah, what you're getting back, right? And so for us, it's more, if we want to get this warm fuzzy feeling inside, I'd rather do the scholarships and get researchers to go to Zurich, to go to Cape Town, and really make an impact in their lives. And that way, Lucio, myself, and the rest of the team and the rest of the DAO will leave this place a much better place than it was, because that person, that one person, was not going to go to Zurich or Cape Town by themselves, right? It's just they couldn't. And so we were a platform in order for them to elevate their level, get them international exposure, and anyhow, just yeah, get everybody to level up. Anyhow, so we're coming into a little bit into the 40-minute mark. I do want to be mindful of time. Francisco, is there any questions on the Discord, Telegram, or anything we should be addressing? Okay. So just to wrap this up, right, and leave with a very positive note, is we're finding, as we mature as a project and as a team and as a DAO, two important things are happening. First one is that we've been recognized by our job that we have done as a collective, right? Which is not something everybody can really say so, right? If you go out there and ask people, yeah, what's the impact or about any other LSDs, right? Um, we are starting to be very um, straightforward into the value that we create when we're coming to ecosystems, the commitment on delivering value as well, and this is kind of like more for Lucio and the dev team, right? The high level of integrity and craftsmanship in delivering staking platforms into multi-chain blockchain, right? Like the proof is in the pudding. Like I can take the Pepsi challenge any time of the day, and if you find another LSD that supports all the blockchains that we support, by all means, I'll give you $200 worth of S tenure. So make sure you tweeted it out for me and call me out if you find another blockchain that supports all the blockchains we're supporting, right? So so those are the two important factors, right? Like we've been recognized by the work we do, and second is like the level of professionalism that we have. And this is reflecting on all of us, right? It's not only the core team, it is our community, it is our ambassadors, right? It is our partners as well, right? What we're bringing to the table, nobody can bring. Reality is there hasn't been any liquid staking platform that has brought the top 10 telcos, the top five, uh, yeah, out of the top 10 telcos in the world on stage. We were missing one that was not allowed to go on stage. I'm not gonna name names, but we were short of one person there. But anyhow, that's the way it is. Sometimes working with big corporations and enterprises. But outside of that, yeah, like we've demonstrated that we're here to stay. We're here for the long run. We're here. We're committed to delivering high value to the protocols we support and a level of professionalism and craftsmanship that not every team can deliver. And so that's what makes Meta Pool unique. That's what makes our DAO unique as well. And we're hopeful that we can continue for the next 10, 20 years to delivering value to the ecosystems we support, to the individual contributors that are participating in our governance, and to each and every one of you that have been supporting us since day one, since day zero. I think we're going to wrap this up. Lucio, any last comments before we do so?
No, no, you made a great description, and it's not only unique, it is rare because the space is moving so rapidly that to have a team that is consistently performing during the amount of time we have been doing this, so I think it is rare. I feel that, let's say, when new blockchains are launched or new projects are thinking about having some kind of LSD support, a lot of people in the space is pointing at us because, okay, those guys do things correctly and they are doing, let's say, everything within the spirit of the original Web3. Let's say they are governing the protocol with a DAO and they are executing the code in the original spirit. Correct? It's not get rich quick. It is not, this is of a new form of the old thing. We are fully committed with what Web3 represents and we are executing with professionalism. That is a good way to describe it. And I think it's something to be proud of, everybody here.
Agree. Totally agree, my friend. It's a pleasure building with you on a personal level, right? But also the people that are we've been blessed to be surrounded with, right? There are people that come and go, but they continue to be part and of our DAO and support us. Okay, folks, we're wrapping this up. Again, thank you very much for coming in. Be on the lookout. We are running the Node Studio platform. We're going to run an incentives program for it. Fill out the form. Let me just, before we wrap up, let me put that in so folks can let me share the screen and then we can wrap this up. Oh, there you go. So that's the QR code there. Do shoot us an email, fill out the form, shoot us a message on Discord or Telegram, and let's get you onboarded into staking. Right? We are allowing anybody to run a node. We're making staking not only affordable but easy to do. Right? We're abstracting all the complexity away from running a node on Near, and we're putting that in front of and allowing that to be something that anybody can do. You have our full on support to do this. Right now, the great thing is that we're going to be supporting you with the seed funding for it, which is 25,000 Near, which is a good chunk of cash. And yeah, let's get you started validating chunk only blocks or full on blocks on the Near protocol blockchain. And thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. See you next time. Very important. Before we wrap up, let me bring in the entity data. So if anybody from you is in Peru, in Lima specifically, do shoot us a message. We're gonna be going to be in Lima from, I think it's gonna be the 16 to the 18. Entity Data, which is one of the largest operators in the world, um, is gonna be there. So let me see this one right here. So how do I put it more bigger? Oh, there you go. Let me put it right here before we wrap up. One last infomercial, my friends. Before we wrap up, this is the one, right? We got Entity Data. Thank you very much, everybody. Share 16 to the 18th of May. So we will be there. We're part of the NEAR Foundation team is going to be there. Dev Hub is going to be there as well. And so, yeah, exciting times. It's time to meet in person. We'll see you in Lima next weekend. And yeah, let's wrap this up. Lucio, buonasera, as they say over there in Italy. Buena tarde, as we say here in Mexico and in Argentina and Latam. Good evening, everybody. I need to get my Vietnamese and my and also my Indonesian as well, and my Thai to say goodbye. But anyhow, you got Spanish, English, and Italian for now. Until next time,
You
folks.
can say thank you in Arabic. That is something you know.
The shukran, shukran.
Shukran.
Yes, exactly, shukran. So yeah, that's something a word that I yeah, and also in Turkish, kuchekula, kuchekula as well. So anyhow, folks, you stay safe. Until next time,
Thank
stay
you.
safe out there, and see you on crypto Twitter. Until next
Bye
time,
bye.
cheers. Xin Shao as well. There you go.